Hey guys and welcome, my name is Theonicle and I'm here for you with another plugin spotlight. This is a plugin called Boat Rails. It is a very rip zombie. This is a very cool plugin. What you can do is you can give arrows a custom trail. And you can do a lot of different trails and you can even add stuff together, and it's really freaking cool if you ask me. If I do bow GUI and press open selector, you can choose all kinds of different cool particles. If you want to see all these particles, I will leave a link in the description and you can click somewhere on the screen right now to see all the different particles in a row. It's pretty neat. Yeah, it looks pretty cool as well. So let's say I'm going to choose one. Let's choose flame. You saw I had all kinds of hearts the other time. This isn't the coolest part of this plugin. What you can do with this plugin is you can add them together. If I do GUI, oh, not GUI, bow set particles, double dot, one, wait, not one. Oh, sorry, it's not particle, it's pattern. My bad. That was kind of stupid. If I do pattern 1, you can see you can get all kinds of cool combinations made. These are the redstone dust thingies, which you can color, and that's pretty neat as well. You can make any color combination you want. You can add a lot of different things together. There was one color combination. If I do this, it's not just a color combination. It's the flames. I added the particle count on it, so you get a lot more flames going off of it. And I think this looks really cool. But this isn't the coolest yet. This one is even cooler, if you ask me. So every time you shoot, you're gonna see this, and every time someone else sees you shoot, he's gonna see this. How cool does this look, guys? How cool is it that you can make your own particles, and your own particles combination, or animation, as the plugin owner calls them. It's a good way to talk about them. If I do pattern example, you see I got the same redstone dust thingies, but different colors this time. Now I'll show you how to set up this plugin. This was a quick show on what this plugin does, and now I'm going to show you how it works. So if you don't know how to install a plugin, it's very easy. You just download the plugin file, which is something like this. It's a jar file. You put it in a plugin folder and you start the server. That's pretty much it. It will create this map, this folder, with these things in it. And I want to talk about the config file first. So I deleted my config file. I let a new one spawn in just to show you guys how fresh the config file looks. One of the cool things of this plugin is that you can add permissions to pretty much all particles and all commands, like you can see here. If you don't know how to set up permissions, you need a permissions plugin like Essentials and stuff like that. So, but that's not what I went to the config file for to show you guys. What I went to the config file for you to show you guys was how to set up your own patterns. So if I do, you have to remember that you cannot use tab in the config file, because if you do that, the server will get an error and it will not work anymore. So if you do, let's say we want to make a cool looking flame particle effect. We do flames, and then a colon at the end. Then what you want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and then you have to type in frames, and then a colon again, and then you have to backspace if you're using Notepad++, because otherwise it will put in a tab, which will screw up this whole thing. 2, 3, 4 spaces again, and then this and this and then this. You have to put in, let's say we want to make flames with smoke, but we don't just want flames. I'll show you what every step does. I'll show you what every step does. We want to add particle and then equals flame, and then a semicolon. Or well, we're just gonna start with this. I'm going to show you guys exactly where to find all the names for the particles. It's very easy to find if you open your GUI by typing Bow GUI, BP GUI, or Bow Particles GUI. You can find this menu and you can open this. If you look here, you can see all these names of all these different particles with names above them. If you want to use one of these in a pattern, you just type in exactly the name that they have in here. It will just work. Like if you do it particle flame, particle equals flame, there's flame here, and it's typed exactly the same as here. If I want to do footstep, I have to type footstep like I said here. So I want to show you guys something. If you reload the server like I did right now, it's gonna screw up. It's gonna screw up like big time. Now, if I click this, it's gonna give a big error in here, which isn't always good. And I can just pick up all these blocks, which isn't good as well. You don't want to give all this free stuff to people. So what I'm gonna do is clear my inventory right now. Spawn in Bow real quick. Bow, that's cool. And I'm gonna restart the server real quick because it won't work till you restart the server. So I reload the server. If I do Bow or BP pattern, if I do /BP set space pattern, if I type it right, and then flames, it should give me some flames behind the arrow, which looks from itself already pretty cool, but we can make it way cooler, can't we? We want to make it way cooler as well. So we shoot this and we get this. Awesome. Cool. So the particles flame just work. If you want to add some stuff to it, so you can put particles in like I did. It's the particle and then equals and then the particle name like I did. The color works the same. You do color equals and then the color you want to do. Only this doesn't work for all particles. It only works for certain particles, like the red dust and the no block, and I think there are a few others, but I'm not sure which ones they are. Now we start to get to the cool part. We can add count to it, the amount of particles in a tick, pretty much in the trail. So we want to have a lot of particles. So let's do about 30. They recommend to not put it higher than 50, and I think it's because it can lag out server if you do, especially if multiple people are using it at the same time. If we do this and we want to test it out, I saved it and I go to here. I do reload. Oh wait, no, not just reload because it will screw up. Bow reload. It says it reloaded successfully. Awesome. And now if I shoot, nothing really happens because you also need to set the patterns again, otherwise it won't work. As you can see there, it looks like there are way more flames inside, but it doesn't really do anything much different. If you want to see the big change, you come to the good part now, because if we go back to this website, it says speed. The speed of the particles default is 0.01, and if we do go type in speed equals 0.05 for example, and we go and reload again and set the patterns. I'm going to turn time to day real quick, and if I shoot now, you can see that it goes outwards a lot faster as well. And so now you can see exactly how cool this looks. But then again, if you have flames, usually there's smoke as well. So if you want to add smoke to this, it's really easy. We can just copy this. We need to make sure this isn't a tab like it is right now. So take this away and 1, 2, 3, 4 again. And we just change this part of the flames into smoke, or whatever other particle you want. And you can change the count if you want to like 10, because more flames, less smoke is cool. I think the speed will be fine like it is. So if I do it again, I saved it again, bow reload, and set pattern. If I shoot now, you can see there's some black smoke. Oh, I fell off. Why do I keep falling off? That's not smart, is it? So as you can see now, if I shoot, you can see there's black smoke in between the fire as well. So, and you can keep adding on new particles if you want to. Let's say you want to add an explosion effect to it as well. So we do, let's just add a new one. Particle equals explosion. Let's see what this does. If I do bow reload and do BP set flames pattern. If I just add this, it should. I'm probably typing it wrong. Let me just do BP. You can see all the names of the particles here as well, but I think the GUI is easier to quickly see all the things. That way you don't have to go to the next page and everything. So if I go to here, it's explode, not explosion. That's where I went wrong. Explode. So if I do save and I screwed up again because I made a typo. If I do bow reload and I go to bow set patterns, it should add an explosion effect. Well, this is pretty much the creeper, a post explosion effect, which could look like smoke if you really wanted to believe that, I guess. So yeah, I think this is pretty much my tutorial on how to make parents. I think I went through everything, except maybe, I didn't speak out the radius, but that speaks for itself. It's pretty much it's pretty easy. I didn't talk about the radius yet, but that's really easy. It's pretty much like what it says here. It's the radius that the trail can be seen by other players. It's like the distance from which other players can see your trail. If you don't want other people to see your trail from far away, you just turn this down to like 15 blocks, so you only see it when it's like coming at you or something. And it works in the same way. If you want to put that after the hair, you can just type it in and you're done. So if you guys have any questions or any things you need to add, please let the map pack owner know, or just comment on this video. I will try to help any people who need help as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do like this plugin, please give it a try, check it out, and let the plugin maker know what you think of it. Leave a review, because it really motivates him and helps him to get more recognition of his work. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.